Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. I'm trying to be funny. Yeah, it's the morning and I am so like not wanting to go to work. Who said she wants to go back? She lied. She totally lied. But you're not here to hear that. You're not here to hear my whining. You're here to hear WW tough stuff. I want to talk about the NonScale Victory today because it's so important. It is so important. We always want to see the number on the scale go down. Always. Always. That is our gauge that we are having a good week. We could have the best week in the world, but if that scale doesn't move, we get down in the dumps. Even though we know we were on plan 150%. It still wrecks with our minds, wrecks with our week. Puts us in a position where we don't care. Oh yeah, I've been there, done that, had a really good week. I mean, I always like say to myself, when I'm going to bed hungry, it's a good week. When I'm going to bed, I like when you feel that hunger, then you feel like you're burning something. Like I'm burning all this, stored fat or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. So I think that we need that. We need that reward at the end of the week. We put in a week. Sometimes for me it was a week from hell. I won't lie. I didn't always have the best weeks on plan, like positivity wise. There was weeks I felt depressed and sad. I don't know if you guys go through that, but I still do once in a while. Check tire. I'm like, I know I got gas. Check tire pressure. Oh, it's getting cold. Where I was legit sad because I was thinking to myself, we think about all the foods we're not eating, like on a daily basis. Now, I do have my treats, not every day, because I just don't think. I mean, it's something I choose to do. Like, we all have our points. We choose to use our points in the way we see fit. I just don't see fit in eating sweets every day. I mean, there's a few days a week, I won't lie, but I just try to, my leader, I take a page from her, and as much as I made fun of her for it, I just feel like, geez, I'm not going to have a thing where I got to plan when I'm going to have my, bar. And that's what she does. She plans when she's going to have a chocolate, and it's just a protein bar or something, like a Built Bar or something. Oh, speaking of Built Bar, if you're interested in Built Bar, I have a 10% off link in my description box. If you've not tried them, they have reformulated. Points have changed. They're listed in my Facebook group of all the points of all the bars. I like all the 3-point ones, obviously, because I'm not a big one for the nuts. I mean, I love them. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you know what? I'd rather have a cookies and cream, a salted caramel, a caramel brownie for 3 points. That totally gets it for me, but that's not what I'm here for. I am here to talk about non-scale victories and measuring how we do and planning. Like, I plan when I'm going to have a, say, Built Bar. I don't have a Built Bar every day. Could I have a Built Bar every day? Sure, I could. I mean, if I fit it in, here's the thing, they'll say, if you fit it into your plan, you can have it. Well, just because you could fit it in doesn't always make it a good choice. And I know saying that sounds so negative, like, oh my God, Dee, I could fit it in 3 days a week or 4 days a week, or I have one every day. I just don't feel that that's, you want to look forward to your treats, and if we have something every day, you're not really looking forward. You could sit there in the beginning and say, oh yeah, I was on a Built Bar when they had the Built burner. Remember last year they came up with this Built burner bar? Well, I was on the trial back before it came live. They asked me to be, I was like, sure, I'll do it. And they sent me these Built bars and to try, and you had to have 2 a day. 1 in the morning and 1 in mid-afternoon. It was supposed to curb your appetite, increase your yada, yada, yada. So I'm having 2 Built bars. I'm like, I was super excited. Like, yeah. Let me tell you something, by the 3rd or 4th day, I was legit wanted to vomit. Yeah, I didn't want to eat this stinking bar. It was like, oh God, I got sick of them. Legit. And the one was caramel brownie, which is my fave. So the fact that I couldn't swallow a caramel brownie was like, it was just something, it became routine. And like, I didn't look forward to it because I didn't want to eat it. So I think I went through the first week, and then I said, I went to 1 bar a day. I said, I can't do it. I said, I can't sit there and legit eat 2 Built bars a day. It was nauseating. And I'm telling you this, the God's honest truth. It was nauseating. How can it be nauseating? Trust me, it was. I just can't explain it, but it was, it made me sick. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I try to keep things in perspective where, especially being on Weight Watchers, once, and I would have never said this until I went through it actually, that there is something as sugar detox. I mean, I remember the beginning of my journey, all I did was crave sweets constantly. I mean, I crave them now, but not like before. I mean, it was like I was climbing the sticking walls for sweets. But after, I'd say, a good couple months, it was at least 2 months, I finally got rid of that annoying craving for sugar. It was like, and now, I mean, like, I want it, but it's not like I was sitting there like legit having an orgasm just to have it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like, there is something for sugar detox. There is. And you know what? And I try to keep it at bay, and I try to have a lot of things that don't have real sugar in them. People say that the other ones do the same thing. I don't find that they do, but that's me. But I forgot where I was going with this. So yeah, so once you detox, like, you know, you don't crave it. So I was much better at planning certain snacks. You know, like if I know we're going to go somewhere, I know there's going to be cake involved, or I want to go get a cupcake, or there's like St. Joseph's Day, you know, girl, she has her St. Joseph's cake on St. Joseph's Day. They're just things that you have, and you just find a way to work them in. We'll talk about the NonScale Victory. How I got onto this, I don't know, but that's how I am. Sorry about that. To the new subscribers, yeah, that's Dee. She's just out there. NonScale Victories. I always say try and get your measurements as soon as possible. Gauge victories like clothes. Like, I legit, you know, haven't lost an ounce. Well, I've been in within the same 2 pounds since I've really been at goal. I was actually 2 pounds below goal. So right now I'm about a pound over goal, pound and a half. So I'm within the same 2-3 pounds. So you're not going to notice, like, that's not going to be a big scale definer. That's just like, you know, when you have like 3 or 4 pounds, it's kind of like, you know, that's how the scale normally goes anyway. But clothes, I've noticed my clothes are fitting better. I went into a store, and I can't see them, but I'm wearing a size freaking 10 in a pair of fitted pants. I think I was like 10 or 12 when I wore a 10 before. So yeah, this is like crazy. When I put them on, and they fit like a glove. Like, these pants were made for my body. They fit so nice. And Taylor Loft. I've never shopped at Taylor Loft. I consider that a victory. I consider these pants fitting as a victory. And there's so many other things to look at besides the number on the scale. We gauge everything by the number on the scale. And I try to tell you this, and I know it's hard because I've been there. I know this. That number should never define you. And it does. It defines a lot of us. And do me one big favor, and I don't know if this is a really hard one. Don't let the journey take over your mind. Don't become obsessed with Weight Watchers. Don't think everything lives and breathes by points, because you know what? Not everything does. Sometimes things happen, and you know what? You got to eat. There's something, you know, there's a stressful situation. We're not supposed to turn to food, but you know what? Sometimes that's all we have. And don't make yourself feel bad about it. And if you happen, something happens, you know, that come up that you didn't plan on, so be it. Don't sit there and punish yourself and say, oh my God, I should. You know what? Life comes up and life happens. What we as Weight Watchers, the key for us is to regroup and reboot and reset. That's the thing. If you can do that, then you are successful. Not the one that sits there and eats the cake and you're a failure. You're not. The one that eats the cake and goes home and has ice cream, and then the next morning has what do we have that's high in calories for breakfast? Bacon and something fried. Hash browns that are fried, or you just don't care and you're just going to eat your face off. That's the failure. That's the person who's not on plan. The person who's on plan has that you know, unplanned thing, and then but goes right back on her plan for her next meal. That's successful. Do not be obsessed with the number on the scale, because you know what? Life is short, people. It is. And if COVID hasn't taught you that, I don't know. And you know what? We just have to do the best we can, and life is just going to come up, and it's okay. We don't need to punish ourselves when something happens we didn't plan for or don't have points for, because sometimes that happens. And the scale sometimes is good for us. There's times I've had things that I go, oh, the scale's going to be up this week. It is what it is. And I found that it wasn't. And I'm like, so take your measurements. Go try on some old clothes that you have in your closet. That is always my favorite thing to do. I have clothes in my closet that I thought would fit because, I don't know, I guess I figured I looked like that was that size, but apparently I wasn't. And I have these brand new things, and I'm wearing them now. Now they're big. I saved them because they were kind of classic pieces that I knew that I could keep. There was a top I had on. I think I had it like 10 years. I got it on clearance. It was cute, but it didn't fit. It was an extra large too. And you think not all sizes are created equal as well. Can we talk about that? Oh, that's a hard one. Just because you're a size in one area or one store doesn't mean you're that size in another store. So try on your stuff. But I've been a medium for, I'd say, look at the puppies over there, for a while. And the extra is fine. It fits like a glove. So it's one of those shirts that, yeah, it says XL, but yeah. And then again, I'm proportioned with a bigger chest, but yeah, not all sizes are created equal either. So don't be depressed if one size doesn't fit you and you're like, wait a minute, I'm a size this and this isn't fitting. Every manufacturer sizes are never the same. Kohl's, I am a good medium, but in a different store, I was a large. Did I get upset about it? No. It's how it is, you know? I know how good I feel. I know how my body looks. I don't need the label to define me. And don't let a size define you. Don't let a size define you. Don't be like, I want to be this, I want to be that. Just you want to be healthy. That is our number one goal on this planet, is to get our life back, get our health back. I mean, look at me. I am not on arthritic medicine. I had severe arthritis in my lower back, L2, 3, and 4. I was on a steroid. I was on a muscle relaxer. I used to get injections, cortisone injections in my back every 3 months. Yep. What do I take now? Nothing. When was the last time I got a shot? Can't remember when. It's probably been 2 years. So your weight has a lot to do with how you feel, mentally and physically. I'd be the first to admit that my weight that wasn't causing my issues, my sleep apnea, my arthritis. I'd be like, no, they always say that. Which they do. They always blame your weight first. But I was always one to sit there and say, it's not my weight, it's not my weight. And yet all I did in my life was lose weight, and everything is better. My sleep apnea is better. I still have it, but I went from 100 episodes an hour to 30. My arthritis is better. I take nothing. My joints feel so much better. The pressure you think about the pressure on your knees and your ankles with all that weight, and your back. I mean, my weight was all in my stomach, so it was probably pulling my lower back because I had a lower tummy. I still have a lower tummy, but it's not. So all that is pulling on it, and I couldn't see that. I kept saying, yeah, you know, because my blood work was always great, so it's not my weight, it's not my weight. And then my liver studies were high because my liver was fatty. Why? Because of my weight. Your weight is responsible. It really is. I hate to say it because I know I lived in denial of that. I did. Until I saw the proof in the pudding. And the proof in the pudding was I just lost weight and everything felt better. Surprise, surprise. And doctors know that. They know your weight is responsible for a lot of what's wrong with you. And that's why a lot of times they're like, well, we're not going to replace your knees until you lose 100 pounds. And then they're hoping that 100 pounds helps your knees and you don't have to have that knee replacement. You know, I get both sides of the fence because I've been on both sides of the fence. I used to work in medicine for a while. If you don't know that, I'm a former registered medical assistant. And why are you coming out the end? Seriously, I have to go. Now I have to go out the out. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm a registered medical assistant by trade. I worked in a private doctor's office for like 10 years. Back when I used to multitask. That was a crazy time. And all the things, I wish I had that brain now. I mean, I did everything. It was amazing. I amaze myself when I think about all I did. But you don't need to hear about that. But yep, that was me in former life before children. So I am at work. Thank you again for joining me for my ride in. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know what I was supposed to be about NonScale Victories. I'm not quite sure what tangents I went off of. But if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you know somebody that this video or any of my videos would help, please share my video on anywhere you see fit because I'm here to help. Have a great day. We will dish tomorrow.